Hi, Patriots Colony. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Tai Chi Chuan and Qigong with me. I'm Stan Rockwell. It's been, a few weeks since we've practiced the sun style, so I thought we would do that as our warm-up, just to try to keep it in memory. So I'm going to, again, try to do it backwards. So if you're facing me when I go right, you go left. And we should be just like we're in a mirror in front of each other. So remember, you have your toes pointed towards the corner, a little space between your heels, shoulders nice and relaxed. You get your posture, your balance, and breathing like we do at the beginning of every class. And you just breathe and relax, and you ease into this, and it starts off very gently, and then actually this one stays fairly gentle the whole way through. It was designed for pain. If you haven't done before, don't worry about it. Just follow along and do the best you can. Remember the 70% rule. Only 70% of whatever you're capable of at this moment. And never lock a joint. Never fully extend a joint. Always have your knees behind your toes when you're positioned like this. And always some space on your arms and the groin. And breathe to your abdomen. Okay. We'll begin. Arms up, down, fingers trail, step, step, open, close, single whip, sun style, wave hands. This one also doesn't take a lot of space, so that's another reason I like it. And it does everything equally on each side. Open, close, single whip, wave hands. Open, close, and it's brush knee push. To your right, it's a little follow step. Play the lute, and in sun style the toe is down. Parry, parry, punch. Apparently closing, and push the mountain to the front. Open, close, and the exact same thing going off to your left. Brush knee. Play the lute. Parry, parry, punch. Apparently closing. Push the mountain. Open, close. Third section, brush knee. That long movement, leisurely tie coat. And push, open, close, that lateral single whip, into lowering movement, fist under elbow, step back, repulse the monkey, and then repulse the monkey. And remember, repulse monkey in this one is just brush knee push north and south, and it's brush knee push when it's east and west. Otherwise, same thing. Leisurely tie coat. We went over this form for many weeks, so I hope you've had a chance to practice it. Get it down at this point. Open, close, brush knee, leisurely tie coat, up, back, push, open, close, lateral single whip, lowering movement, fist under elbow, step back, repulse the monkey, leisurely tie coat, up, back, push, open, close. I'm going to do that section again. I had a bird calling over my shoulder and trying to do it backwards. I ended up doing it forwards. So we'll do open, close. You think I'd have it down by now, huh? I'm going to start off going to this side. Leisurely tie coat. Open, back, push, open, close, lateral, single whip, lowering movement, fist under elbow, step back, repulse monkey to the back, to the front, to the side, that's better. Leisurely tie coat, up, back, push, right back to the front, feet back in a V, open, and close. So anyone can lose their concentration and have to start over. At World Tai Chi Day a few years ago, my teacher's teacher's been practicing since he was 5 years old, and he was about 60 or so at the time. Did a demonstration, looked just fine to everybody watching, but afterwards he mentioned that he did the wrong number of wave hands like clouds in that particular form. So it happens. Big part of this is learning to be easy on yourself and non-judgmental. If you do make a mistake, instead of saying something like, oh, I'm really terrible, or that was really stupid, it's like, oh, I kind of lost track there for a second. Let's see if I can do it again and improve my skill. So, and you can use that in everyday life too, not just in this. So it's a way of again, being easy on yourself. And that's a good thing. Actually, you get better more quickly when you approach it that way. Most people anyway. Get yourself nice and balanced. We're going to do a little bit of balance work. Shift your weight to one side and then the other. Even some of the videos that have been published, I've had there's teachers on there, and Paul Lamb comes to mind as one who got the left and the right mixed up. Happens to everybody. Shift your weight over into one foot. Other foot naturally just floats up. Crows are very active today. Or to the other side. This time your knee floats up. Other knee floats up. Heel floats up. Other heel floats up. And then bring your leg up, drop your hand on your thigh. And other side. And we'll do a little bit of a walk. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Remember, that's your foundation, everything inside that triangle, and then keeping yourself over that foundation. Right now, this foot's holding all my weight, so that's my foundation. No weight in this foot. It goes straight up. It seals. Shift my weight, goes in a zigzag across, and the back foot can release. The weight is fully secure in the front. So you're always staying balanced. You're making sure your head's nice and balanced on your shoulders. One way to do that is lift the back of your head and tuck your chin and move your head back just a bit. If you want to turn around and go straight back, that's okay. Just remember you're walking on railroad tracks. If you're in a small space, you can do it in place. And just bring your feet parallel again. Fun style Tai Chi walking, it's a step up, follow step, step back, follow step. Doesn't take a whole lot of space to practice walking in Sun style. Yang style, different story. It takes more space. So, shift your weight to one side so the toe on the weightless foot comes up and rotates on the heel at 45 degrees. Shift your weight over. It comes in, T-step. Just like you're walking on railroad tracks, knees stay lined up with your toes and behind your toes. Weight goes back, just that front foot. T-step up. And to go back, right now I'm in a forward bow stance, forward archer stance. Shift your weight back. Most of your weight's in your back leg. Front foot comes up. If you need to balance, you step in with a T-step, step out and back. As you come down, the back foot comes down at 45 degrees. As you shift your weight into it, you adjust the front foot to 90 degrees, so toes are straight ahead. And remember, if you have issues with your hips or your knees or your ankles and you have to step almost straight back like that, so when your feet come down, your heels are almost lined up. And if you continue walking like that without making proper adjustments, you cross your legs and fall over. So the way to adjust if that happens is lift up your heel, move it out a little bit so you're adjusting on the forefoot. So whichever way works best for you. Remember, it's flexibility, overcoming rigidity, softness overcoming hardness. And for the sideways, walking like in wave hands like clouds, it's almost like you're doing the Tai Chi swing. Facing that corner, step out about the width of the foot, swing back over, face that corner. And it's kind of pouring too, because all the water's in this leg, then it flows over to this leg. So that exercise of pouring and swinging, I actually learned that before I ever took the mind-body course. Because teachers often would use it as a way to teach you how to walk waving hands like clouds. So remember, your foot comes completely off the ground, toes stay pointed towards the front. You do want to review the movements we've done so far, just to make sure we all remember them pretty well. First movement, very simple, it's not even a movement, we're just going to call this beginning, where you're in a stable posture, balance, and breathing. You're in a central neutral position, so you're not leaning in any direction. You're not doing any extra work to stay upright. So the very first movement is shifting your weight into your right leg, and I'll turn around in a second. Step out with the left about shoulder width. As you shift your weight to the center and your heel touches, your hands rotate back, your arms float up. With your fingers trailing, they get about shoulder high, elbows lead the way down, fingertips trail. So again, don't worry about the right and left, but if I know some folks in class do worry about that, and this is for you. So you just get yourself nice and centered. Shift your weight into your right leg, that left foot comes up, steps out, toe touches with the heel touches, arms rotate so the palms are behind you, then they just float up like water's floating them up, or strings are on your wrist pulling them up. And that's all there is to it, but it has some subtleties to it. Remember we talked before about breathing with your whole body? You're doing that with this. And then it's part the wild horse's mane. Remember this one? Arms come down. Shift your weight so you can adjust your foot. Hold the ball, hands out to grab. T-step, step up. Upper hand drops down, lower hand comes up. And palms can cross, or the palm can cross the wrist. And remember, you can play with it both ways and see which one gives you the most feedback. For me, for going on 20 years, I was taught palms pass, and then I had a different teacher who said cross your wrist. And it's like, I feel that a lot more when I do it that way. And you do it 3 times, so 1, 2, so this hand is lined up with the shoulder for that acupressure point. Hand takes that foot out to 45 degrees. This hand in the back takes up this foot. So if said we're going to try to find a place where we'd have enough room to do this with me facing away, and I'm still not sure if that'll happen, but I'll try to take small steps. So you're centered, step out, up, down, shift your weight left, adjust your right foot so you're going to be facing to your left. Come in for the T-step. 1, 2, 3. Now, our brain can remember generally up to about 7 things in what are called chunks. So a lot of times when we're trying to learn things, we refer to it as, sounds weird, but it's chunking. So that's only 3 separate pieces. 1, 2, 3. So you can practice that set by itself. Remember, the next movement is white crane spreads wings. Back hand takes that foot up. Hold the ball. Back. Outside the foot touching, no weight in the front foot. From the back. Hand scoops up that foot and hands come up to hold the ball. Shift your weight back so that heel comes down, arm comes up, fingers brush past your forearm. This is actually a shoulder bump to the back. And then spreading wings. So, nice and balanced. Again. The wild horse's mane. White crane spreads wings. So you're in this position, and the next one is brush knee push. Turn on the palm with the forehead. Back. You do 3 times. 1, 2, 3. The back. 1, 2, 3. From the side. You need to do that T-step, you can, but you don't have to. 1, 2, 3. Remember that next movement is playing the lute, so it's that little half step. Hands come up, push off to the side. So from the front, up. From the back. The young version of repulse monkey is next, so its left arm's going to go forward. Back arm's going to be 4 o'clock. I'm going to back up on this one. Hopefully I won't back into the camera, but you're looking back. Turn your head forward, bend your arm over. Arm of the front goes palm up, step out and back, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and at the fourth, hand stays right at your hip because you're going to come in like that. Sword handstrums loop. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we've worked on grasp the bird's tail a lot, so just come in, hold the ball, step up into ward off, roll back, press, push. And we're going to do a 180-degree turn, and we haven't been doing that in class. And there's 2 ways to do this. The easiest way is just shift your weight into your back foot, turn on your weightless heel, shift your weight into that foot, and then bring in and hold the ball like this. The other way to do it, and it's the way my traditional Young's teachers like to do it, is keep your weight in the front foot. Hand on the outside takes that foot around because they see that as more powerful, and then shift your weight into it and then turn on the heel and come in. But if you have issues with your knees, that may not be the best way to do it. So if you push, it's probably the easier way to do it. So if we're at the end, we're just going to shift your weight back, keep your weight right, turn on that left heel, shift your weight left, come in, hold the ball, ward off, roll back, press, and push. Remember what comes next? It's a Young version of single whip. So you can turn using the kind of same method. You can either shift your weight back and turn on the heel. Then your hands kind of push across, hook hand, get ready, and then push. Like that. So we're facing to our left, and we go into wave hands like clouds. So you shift your weight back, relax that right hand, come over, drop the left hand across the bottom, hands come up and meet on this side, and right hand takes in the right foot in, and that's the whole transition. So you can see, do it this way so you can see the hands. It's backwards, but hand come down. And some teachers count that as the first movement. Mine, traditional ones, did not. So they didn't start counting until you got there. But so if you're watching a video, you might say, how come they're doing it an extra time or too few times? It's just know how it counts, how they count, and you can count it however you want. So we're going to do the transition into wave hands. And then we start 1, 2, 3, bring that foot up at a 45-degree angle, shift your weight back into it, push across, bring the left foot in, and you're in single whip again. Just remember the Young style wave hands, like you're holding a basket. Turn, upper hand goes palm out, drops down like it's going to hit a drum, comes across. Upper hand goes palm out, drops down. Remember, you can do this as a standing meditation too. So if we're here, after wave hands, remember what comes next? High pat on horse. Relax that back hand, half step up, hand comes up by your head, shift your weight back, hand in front goes palm up, heel comes up on that front foot, and you turn moving the energy with your waist, pushing down with your right hand as your left pulls in and your left foot goes out. So you wind up with that circle in front of you with the left hand towards you, the right hand out. And if we're facing in the direction we're going to be going, it looks like this. Come up, back, push. There's that little circle to the side, and then you come in. Left hand is closest to you, right hand's on the outside. Heel touches with the left foot, and the toe goes up and the palms go out. As you shift your weight forward, hands cross. You come down however low you want. You're gathering up energy from the earth. Right goes underneath left. Right foot comes up. Kick with the right heel. And then box opponent's ears. Palms up by your thighs. And bang, like that. So you can see the hands. And remember, you can change it around so you can do it like this. Kick, box. Then it's a turn. Kick with the left heel. So we've boxed opponent's ears, which remember is knuckles to the temples. Shift your weight back. And it's a kick with the left heel. Remember the next one is snake creeps down. Step out and back. Push down. Palm turns out. And you're in snake creeps down. And then golden rooster. Stands on left leg. Right hand takes the right foot down. As you shift your weight into the right foot, you turn on the right heel. And you bring the left heel up. And we do the same thing on the other side. So it's pushing down with the right hand and coming up. Golden rooster standing on right leg. So that's everything we've covered so far. And just remember to practice. That little transition can be a bit tricky. Go through it one more time. So box opponent's ears, come back, kick with the left heel, and then you make that hook hand, palm down with the left hand, step back, the left foot press down for a low single whip. And remember, you can just do it like that. You don't have to get down very far. And then golden rooster, come down, turn, step, except you want to be facing that way. When I was first learning this, I just turned around so you could see the hands. There were a few times when I ended up facing the opposite way, so don't worry about it. So we'll do box opponent's ears, just turn around. Kick, down, and try not to run into a wall, which I'm going to have to adjust the feet so that I don't do that. And we'll pick up there next time. Remember, once you get to the kicks, it gets a little bit more challenging and a little bit more invigorating. But again, make it yours. Just adapt it to whatever's working for you today. Okay, we'll do the quick cool down. Up on your toes. Inhale. Tighten everything up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And just relax your legs. Inhale up. Exhale down. You can do this with your whole body too. So there's a little bit of lowering when you come down. Thanks for joining me. Stay safe, healthy, and well. I'll see you next time when we'll do a movement called Fair Maiden Works the Shuttles or Jade Lady Works the Shuttles. Take care. Bye-bye.